Welcome to Monkey Chatter. Monkey Chatter is a podcast by three great friends who have different perspectives on all things wellness. So let's jump right into today's topic.
Hey, everybody. Welcome to Monkey Chatter. I'm here with Amy and Lara. This is Michelle. And we're going to talk about summer today. We thought that might be kind of a fun topic. We're going to share some tips on, things to help keep you on track with your fitness and your eating. And we'll talk a little bit about travel and I really want to talk a little bit about like memories of summer, right? Um I was trying to think of like my most memorable summers, and I was a little disappointed at how challenging that was. So I my summers, when I think back on them, were the best ones were when I was pretty young, like 9, 10, 11, 12, and I had a best friend who was still one of my closest, dearest friends all these years later, and her name was Susie, and she had a horse, and I had a horse or pony or whatever, and we used to just ride like all day, and then we'd ride all morning, have lunch, drop our little ponies off. Her family had a riding stable. I live in a resort area, and man, you couldn't have asked for a better I mean, how could it be better? Like, oh, we're gonna go ride ponies, and then she lived on the riding stables were at a resort called Sunny Brook Acres, so they had like a canteen, like you could go. We would go for snacks in the afternoon. I remember I used to get a Sprite and a bag of cheese things, the little cheese doodles, and they used to have the
Picturing little 10-year-old Michelle at what was
oh,
it, Sunny Days
yeah.
Acres?
Oh my God. We just had so much fun. And all the I'm sure the guides all thought we were just a royal PIA, right? Like these little girls that were like constantly in the way. But the resort used to also have things every night. It was like one of the old style like when you think of the old style resorts where they would have a waiter show, or like all the waiters would put on a show and like all the guests would
Wait,
come and watch. Yeah, for
like
real.
Dirty Dancing?
Yes. I mean, except I don't think it was a Jewish resort. I have no idea really.
But
All I
like that
know is
resort was like
yeah,
it was upstate New York, and it was
it
like a
wasn't that. That one was in the
summer.
Catskills. Yeah, that was
Oh, okay.
in the
I'm
Catskills.
excited
Not
now.
the other
I
And
one.
really,
I
it's
want
in
to hear more.
Virginia.
But it was super fun. So there was the waiter show, and then one night was like Hawaiian luau night, and so they do another little show for that. There was a scavenger hunt night, and I remember everybody. One of the things on the scavenger hunt was a rabbit's foot, and my friend had a rabbit, like a live rabbit. So people would come and want to use her rabbit for the scavenger hunt because it had it
They
was a
took the whole
rabbit's.
rabbit, right?
Yeah, they took the whole
Oh, okay.
rabbit. But
Oh no, this is not a
anyway,
tragedy story, is
I
we
it?
know.
just had so much fun. I think back on that, and stuff like we used to go play Matchbox Cars in the big where they kept all the hay. We're probably lucky all of that didn't come down on top of us, but
Yeah.
yeah, we were just. In fact, we met. Um, I used to tail the rides, like the guides we had lots of trails around us, so I would just go, who would do this now? I mean, what were my parents thinking? I used to go just ride my pony randomly around, and then I would tail, one of the rides. And finally, one of the guides was like, listen, again, think about this. There's this little girl back at the barn. You should follow me back because you guys should be friends, basically. I'll never forget. His name was Tex, right? This is all like in like some sort of crazy whatever. And so I did, and I got there, and the first thing we did together was bury one of her rabbits. One of her rabbits had died,
Oh,
and
it
she was
is a
like,
sad story.
it is, right? And then we've been friends ever since. So literally, I think she was 8 and I was 9. and we are not 8 and 9 anymore. We've been friends for over 50 years. Yeah.
That's so cool.
So those were
Okay,
really
I
fun
really
summers.
feel
Yeah.
like you should write like a short young adult novel about this whole thing.
No one would believe it in this day and age, right? There we were riding randomly around the world on our little ponies.
Sunny Brook?
Sunny Brook Acres.
I mean,
It's
that is a
yeah,
book.
isn't it?
It's
so
totally a
cute.
book.
Yeah. It's still they like the place is still there. They still have a riding stable, but it's not at that location. And but the resort is sort of still there. It's called Twin Birches now. Yeah. Yeah.
That
Those were
is
the
so
best
cool.
summers. Those were and they were overlaid. When I think about that, I was just so lucky because it was around the same time I met her, I think the summer my father got hurt. So my mom was completely distracted because he was in the hospital for 3 months in Albany. Like we had a cousin babysitting, so she really didn't know where I was. So it was just by the grace of God I landed with this very nice family who had, you know, made sure I didn't get into too much trouble.
Oh, it was like serendipitous. It was right
It was.
there. It was exactly what you needed.
Yeah, it was. So there we go. That's a good happy summer story. Yeah.
I love that.
Very cool.
The camp thing resonates for me because even though that was more like a family getaway camp, my fondest like young summer memories were going to a Y camp that was a horse camp. And I remember the very first one I went to, I was 12, and it was called Camp Tippecanoe.
I hear
You heard a cat back there.
cat.
Kitty.
Of course, she has to be involved in the conversation.
Yeah.
You weren't even around back then. And Camp Tippecanoe was a week of horse camp. We stayed in like a bunkhouse.
Tippecanoe?
Yeah, and it was in
Okay.
Ohio.
I love it.
And you got to sleep in this like bunkhouse, and you got assigned a horse that was yours to take care of all week. You took care of the horse, you rode the horse, you made friends. I kissed my first boy ever.
Oh.
His name was Billy Liddick. I still remember his name.
Wait, how old were you?
I was 12.
Ah.
Yeah.
Billy Liddick. Billy Liddick, if you're out there listening to this very famous podcast.
He was from Zanesville, Ohio.
Lara remembers you. That would be so
yes. And I just
funny.
remember I was just in seventh heaven because like all you did every day was wake up, eat breakfast, and go to the barn. And then we, like you, Michelle, we rode horses all day, took a break for lunch, rode horses again. And then in the evenings there were campfires and singing and, dances with the boys, side of the camp or whatever. And then later I became a camp counselor at a different camp. And I could kind of just kept that going, and I loved my summer camp experiences. Only I was the counselor that time. We still snuck away and kissed boys, but
I was gonna say
counselors.
Still give them boys, like
yeah. Oh, here comes a cat. Yeah. Parents beware. If your kids go to summer camp, the counselors sneak out. Sometimes the counselors sneak out at night.
No, I would never have thought that.
But like summer just was always just a time where you just didn't have any, like anything that was expected of you. Like during school when you're a kid, it's homework and getting up early and, and then it seemed like your parents are more regimented too in the, regular year. Like in the summer, I just felt like even though my parents worked, they just were a little more at ease somehow, or we'd be outside later. We'd stay outside till it was dark.
Yeah.
And we ran around the woods. We had a big woods and we played on a tire swing and played in a creek and we ran wild.
Right? I think about, I woke up the other night and I have a window next to my bed, right? And I had the blinds up and it's sort of wooded there. And I saw all these fireflies. And I was like, when I think about summer, like that, I can remember playing like way into it was dark and all the fireflies were out. And I was like, oh, isn't that nice? And why can't I sleep? No. That's a
Well,
different
fireflies, I
podcast.
think, are still so magical. Like, I agree. Like, that's a sign of summer. And
Yeah.
I will sit on my back porch until the fireflies come out, just because I'm like, I want to see them and I'm excited to see them. And then I'll be like, okay, it's dark now. I got to go in. It's past my bedtime.
It's time for bed.
And we used to play Capture the Flag. Did you guys ever play that game?
We played Kick the Can.
Capture the Flag was like you had two teams and it wasn't really a flag. It would be like some boy's shirt or something.
Yeah.
And it would be like in the middle in like a neutral zone. And you'd have to sneak, and we do it like at dusk. So you could sneak. Yeah. And then you'd like try to sneak over and steal the team's flag. And then they'd tackle you and like throw you to the ground, or if you got it,
right?
Yeah, it was crazy.
All right, Amy.
We had no internet, people.
Right. It was way more fun, I think, than sitting on the couch looking at a screen. Sorry.
Yeah, sorry, people. But
sorry that that's your reality. All right, Amy.
My summer is definitely camp too, but when I was older, when I was a counselor. So it was the summer after I graduated from college. I went and worked at a farm. It was kind of like it was definitely not a normal, so I taught riding lessons and stuff, so not a normal like summer camp. Like we went whitewater rafting and rock climbing and like more kind of extreme stuff, if you will. And there were, I think there were like 14 counselors, and we all slept in a I feel like it's a thing on here. It's like a
sneaking
theme.
around.
No. A theme with we slept in a pig pen.
It was a clean out pigs. You have to watch. You have to listen to a previous episode to get the pig reference.
It was a cleaned out pig pen. Like there was no pigs in there or anything, but like it used to be a pig pen, and then they put some bunk beds and all kinds of random stuff in it, and we all lived in there. And with that many people, and like I worked with people from like Australia and New Zealand and like all over the place too, so it was quite the eclectic group. But apparently they didn't always, everybody with that many people like get along. Surprise, surprise. But our group was like the people that owned the camp were like, yeah, you guys are like a really cohesive group. And we had so much fun, like way more fun than we should have. Like I still remember there are pictures of me. I was like, this is why I will never run for political office. Because there are pictures. We did like naked Chinese fire drills. We had like those big 15 passenger vans. And it was like in the middle. It was like close to State College, Pennsylvania. And so we did like naked Chinese fire drills. Like we would go out up at Penn State and stuff, out to the bars, because everybody had to be 21 to work there. So we would go out. But there is a picture of me, the most famous one, and I will not be digging this one up to be posted anywhere.
Darn.
There's definitely a picture of me where one of the guys, so we all swapped clothes. So one of the guys had like my like little classic like little black dress on, and I had a button up like plaid shirt on of some other guy, and we went into 7-Eleven. So there are definitely pictures of us like posing by the soda fountain in 7-Eleven in not our own clothing.
Well, at least you weren't naked. That could really wreck your political career.
It would be a naked picture.
No.
I did too. I thought we were going there.
We did have clothes on, but they just weren't. They weren't the correct clothes, and probably not enough. I mean, a shirt. Luckily, the guy was pretty tall.
Covered most of the parts. Very good.
But that was a really fun summer. Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Really fun summer. Yeah. And then of course, like, being a little kid, kind of like you guys, riding ponies around and all that good stuff. Yeah. So
we played in the cornfields too. We had cornfields around our neighborhood because our neighborhood was relatively new, and it was like surrounded by a woods on one side and a cornfield on the other, and then just like farms and stuff. And gosh, now that I look back, that was sad. Like nowadays when I see that, I'm like, no, why are you building houses in that field? But But the cornfield was a lot of fun because you could run through the rows, and they were so tall in the summer. By the end of summer, you couldn't like see anybody. So we'd play hide and seek in the corn until that awful movie about the corn
Oh,
kids
God.
came out.
Children of the Corn.
Children of the Corn. Then it was too
Remember
scary.
that? Oh my gosh, that was scary. That was a scary movie.
And sleepovers. Like we didn't really
Oh.
do sleepovers much during school year unless it was like a
Yeah.
birthday. But in the summer, we did a lot of sleepovers.
Oh yeah, we used to like set up the tent out in the yard.
Oh, yeah.
And yeah.
Yard camping.
Yep. Yeah.
We did that. We had a camper.
Yeah.
It was a pop-up, and it was in the driveway, actually. We slept in the camper.
Yeah.
We
did
played,
that.
remember that movie Parent Trap?
Mm.
I don't remember.
Oh,
Like,
you don't
I
remember
remember the
Parent Trap?
name, but I don't know what it's about.
So it's about twins who are separated by their parents. This is so weird anyways, but like the parents get divorced, and then one takes one kid and one takes the other, and they live like on opposite ends of the world. Like in England and America, not opposite, but. And they did a remake a few years ago with Lindsay Lohan, but the original is by far my favorite. And somehow the kids meet at summer camp, and they realize they're twins, and they devise this crazy plan.
I got an expletive.
To get their parents back together. So the movie's called The Parent Trap. If you have never seen it, I highly recommend it. It's hysterical.
The original one, though, right?
The original ones, they're both good actually, but I think the original one's my favorite.
Yeah.
And yeah, so we would pretend we were in that movie. My best friend and I, we were both like blonde and, long hair and like, skinny rails back in like when we were 10 or 11 or whatever. And we would pretend that we were the twins, and we'd sleep in the camper, which was meant to be camp. And we would like make up all these stories, but we were creative. We did a lot of that stuff. We'd run around the woods singing and pretend we were in a musical.
I feel like
we had to be really creative.
Definitely way more creative then,
right? Like, man, so much gets lost now, I think, right?
Yeah, because now you just ask ChatGPT for creative ideas.
I know. Stupid ChatGPT. It's ruining our creativity.
Yeah.
Our brain cells.
Oh, right. I don't know.
Did you guys ever go like camping with your families? Like, did you ever go on trips? What about like summer travel? Anybody do summer trips?
Not really. Our summer trips were like Hershey. I mean, I grew up on a farm, so like everybody, everybody could not leave all at the same time,
right?
There were animals to be fed.
That's hard. Yeah,
things to do. Yeah, so like Hershey Park was our like a day trip to Hershey Park was. Yeah.
Oh, was it like a amusement park?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I guess you guys aren't from Pennsylvania.
We are not.
Hershey, like the Hershey chocolate factory.
Yeah. Really? They have an amusement park?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, how funny. Like Willy Wonka.
Yeah. They had the super duper looper.
We had so this is kind of fun. So I grew up in Lake George, right? So touristy land. And so many moons ago, a man named Charlie Wood built my grandfather actually built some of the original buildings, but he put up a place called Storytown. And it was like a little teeny amusement park, right? And it was called Storytown. And so some of the original buildings were like little schoolhouses, and you had the swans that went through the water and whatever. So it was small. And then he added what did he add? So you had Storytown, and then he added like a Western village, like where you would go, and so it was Jungle Land, Storytown, and
it was like the first Walt Disney World.
Right, it was. And so when we were little, that was where you wanted to go to Storytown in the summer, right? Like that was like the big trip, and you'd go, and now it's a Great Escape now. Like it was bought by the big conglomerate that has Great Escape all over the place. Not Great Escape. They made a Great Escape, and what's the one now? Oh, I'm gonna
I
have
don't
to
know what Great
Google it.
Escape is. Am I
Is
living
that
under a
I
rock?
don't know either.
No,
What's
no,
Great Escape?
they renamed it Great Escape, but then it got bought by like the Six Flags people.
Oh, so it's like a Six Flags where
Yeah,
they buy up amusement parks and then it's all over.
yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, they've seen a lot of those.
I'm trying to make sure. And they have like a big yes. Yeah, it's called Great Escape Six Flags in Lake George now. So,
Oh.
yeah, but originally, like when we were kids, like in the summer, like everybody wanted to go to Storytown and do the go-karts and they had a big carousel. And then when you got older in Lake George, he had something called Gaslight Village. And that was where
That
you went
sounds
at night.
bad.
I know.
Yeah. And it was where you went at night because you were older. And I can remember I was always short. And so I could never ride
I'm
on certain
shocked.
rides. Terrible. That was awful. So everybody else would be, and you had to like me, like they had a board there and you had to be taller than the little line. And there were certain rides I couldn't go on for years. But Gaslight Village, when we got to go to Gaslight Village, I mean, we thought we were hot, you know? Yeah. Yeah. What are you doing
So
there?
wait, what? That's the cat.
Oh, hey, cat.
The cat's moving my screen. So I want to hear more about Gaslight Village.
Gaslight
I'm
Village,
curious.
that was like where you
Could
went
you
when you were a
drink? Like, could
teenager.
you drink there, or was it like for
we were under
teenagers?
That's where
21.
you
It was
like
like teenager you know, and like grown-ups. But I don't know. I don't remember if there was alcohol there. I'll have to ask Susie because of course
I
I
mean,
went with her, you know, like we
it's
went
a
everywhere
whole
together.
separate amusement park
It
for
was a whole
adults.
yeah, and they finally tore it down years ago and they put a park there or whatever now. But Gaslight Village was fun. Like that was where you had the you know, like the scary rides, you know, all the classic, really cool,
That's
older,
wild.
yeah.
Well,
So,
gaslighting is scary anyway,
right.
so I don't want to go to any
I was
place
like,
called
that's kind
Gaslight
of a
It's gone
Village.
range.
now. It's gone now. But Google that, like Gaslight Village in Lake George. That's worth like checking out because
Googling.
that was
Okay.
so fun. Yeah.
So another place that just came to mind because I bet it's not there anymore, and it was in Pennsylvania. It might have been on the way to Pittsburgh because I had relatives in Pittsburgh. It was
Is it
called
good Knobles? Oh,
Storybook
book.
Forest.
Yes,
Do you
we
remember that?
went there.
See,
Oh
I
my
went
God,
there
I love
on
that
a field
place.
trip for school. It's so funny when you were talking about that place, Michelle. I was like, "Oh, we had a Storybook Forest."
I
It was
honestly don't know anybody else on the planet except for now
Mhm.
you, Amy, that knows what that is.
We went there on a school field trip. I think, like in
It's
elementary school.
I think it's magical.
I
I
think
loved it.
I don't think it is any longer. Like I feel like maybe some of the things are still there, but I don't know.
I don't know if it's even still open, but I just remember as a kid, I thought it was fantastic.
Yeah.
It
It's so
was
funny that you say that because when Michelle was talking about that place, I was like, "Oh, it reminds me of Storybook Forest."
I know that's what I thought.
I thought you were going to say Knobles. Knobles? Yeah, is the amusement park out that way.
I don't know what that is. We had Cedar Point in Ohio. It was called Cedar Point, and it was a big amusement park. It's still there, but it's probably
here's a
owned by Six Flags.
Probably, right? So do either of you go to any of those kinds of places anymore? Like when was the last time you went to an amusement park?
No, Lara, it is still open.
What? Storybook
Yeah,
Forest?
Storybook Forest.
Michelle, to answer your question, I might be going next week.
No,
it was, but I'll be honest, Storybook Forest did not have rides. It was more like a little village that you walked around.
Walk through, yeah.
And it was like little recreated, like storybook.
Like Mother Goose, Goldilocks, stuff like that.
And that's how Storytown started out originally,
but
right?
Then it got big.
Yeah, like they had the little trolls under the bridge.
Oh, the Three Billy Goats Gruff.
Yes, yeah, I remember that one. And yeah, and they had a little train that went around.
Oh, yeah, Storybook Forest might have had a little train.
Seriously, when was the last time you actually went to?
I honestly don't remember the last time I went to a real amusement park.
Yeah.
That's a good question. I'm trying to rack my brain. I don't remember.
I was in Disney when we did the
Disney. I guess Disney.
marathon and
Yeah,
stuff.
I guess
I haven't
Disney
been to
counts.
Disney since my kids were little, so that was like 20 some years ago.
Yeah, we went.
Yeah, I'm
We
trying to
went when the
think.
girls
Oh,
were small.
yeah. I'm trying to think if I've taken my niece. Oh, I have taken my niece to like a local, I think it's called Del Grosso's Park now or something. It used to be called something different now. But her they had her birthday party there a couple of years ago.
And so, did she like it?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
We were riding
Kids,
the rides.
kids still
Yeah.
like amusement parks.
Well, that's kind of my question because I don't. Well, and now I have a great niece and she's just turning 2, so
Get her
I
started
guess
now.
I'll get
Put
her
her on the big rides.
Yeah.
right.
The pirate ship.
Oh, we used to have a fair right up the street. It's
Oh,
our
the fairs. That's a whole
It's
other.
a
Oh
ki-
my
it was
gosh,
actually-
I forgot about the fairs.
they called it a country fair, but it was the church up the street, and they were raising money to build a school. For many, many years, they had this big country fair. Our kids grew up going up there. We loved that thing because we could walk right up the street. I mean, cars were parked all over our neighborhood, and they had the big pirate ship swing,
Oh, yeah.
and they had this
Yeah.
crazy
That
flippy
makes me
thing.
want to throw up.
I know, right now, blah.
I know.
I mean, and the kids wanted to ride all the rides, and they had games and food. I mean, it was like a real fair, a little mini fair.
I
I
haven't
do
been
like
to
the
a
fair.
in a long time. We have tons of fairs around us. Like they used to have the Little Warren County Fair, which is where you would go do your open horse show, like if you were a 4-H kid or whatever. They still do like the 4-H shows and all of that at the Saratoga County Fair, but I haven't been to that in
Aw.
years. Bill and I went. Yeah. Fair. I don't know. Anyway. And then we have a big Washington County Fair, which is like a traditional, it's right in the middle of like dairy country, you know? So the food's really good. And so maybe I'll go to the fair this year. I didn't
Yeah,
know
the
that.
I'm actually
fair
going to the
is
fair
fun.
in a couple of weeks.
You're going to the fair?
Because my little niece, this will be her
Oh,
first
that's
year in
right.
4-H.
How
Yep.
fun.
So she's got lambs and some heifers. And
What?
some
No
chickens.
pigs? She's not
No
carrying on
pigs.
the
I know,
family
that's what I-
tradition.
I know, that's where I was like,
Hey, we gotta
I
have a
can't believe
little
you're not going to
chat
show
there.
pigs.
Yeah.
That used to be one of our favorites. And I remember when I was a kid, was obviously the horses were what I wanted to see. And then when my kids were little, we just loved walking through and looking at all the animals. And I do remember there was one fair where I think I was really little, and I don't know that I remember this, but I think it's like people have told it to me so much it feels like a memory, where I was standing in front of like the sheep pen, and I was like, oh, look at the sheep, and this big like ram came up and just bawed right in my face, and my mom said I just burst out into tears and was like hysterical. It's like a trauma.
Oh my gosh.
Sheep trauma.
Yeah.
Fairs in a long time. Oh.
Fairs are fun, and there's pretty much a fair in so many places. Like you can almost be in any state, and there's multiple fairs and places to go, and fair food, and concerts. It's really fun to look, and some of the big stars today made their starts playing like small county fairs. Yeah.
Well, the New York State Fair, I don't go to anymore because it's just too big and all pavement, and I'm just like, nah. But the smaller local fairs I like. Yeah,
I do too.
All right, you guys, I have to go to a fair. We have to put that on our thing.
I'm going to a fair.
Okay.
And you said you're going
summer list. So this is going on our 2025 summer bucket list.
Is a fair. You have to go to a fair.
Yeah.
Bill, if you're listening, honey, yeah, we got to go to the fair. I know it's your favorite thing, but it'll be fine.
Okay, I have one because we used to do this when I was a kid in the summer. We had a lake nearby. Granted, we had lots of lakes. There was like the Portage Lakes were really pretty and big, but we didn't really go there. We went to this like dinky lake. I cannot remember the name of it, but when I was a kid, I thought it was huge. And it had a big, like, you'd wade out to the slide and climb the thing and then slide into the water. And it was just like this little dinky local lake. It could have been man-made. I don't even know. But over the years, I got better and better at like swimming out. And there was a dock that once you could swim way out and get on the dock. And then you were like king of the dock.
Mhm.
That's a good summer memory.
Making it to the dock.
Yeah. Well, you had Lake
Mm.
George, so that's like
Well,
a really nice lake.
so here's the deal, though. I was thinking about this because everybody says that. Oh, you grew up in Lake George. You must have. Honestly, I can't remember the last time I put a toe into Lake George
So do you ever
because
go to other lakes, like just to get away or for a little trip?
so where we used to live, we were right along. I think it was the Hudson River. Billy's laughing at me because I can't remember where I lived or what the river was. Like seriously, um, and and we could walk down. We had like this little teeny beach that you had beach rights to if you lived in that neighborhood. And so every night when it was super hot in the summer after work, we'd just go down there and jump in the river and whatever. So that was great. But now that we actually live in Lake George, like we have not put Billy does kayak in the off season, but it's so crazy down there in the summer. You just don't even want to be
Yeah.
anywhere near it. And you can't get to anything anymore. Like everything's got a parking meter on it, like I guess, there is a little, in fact, I just went and got my resident beach card because there is a little like beach a little ways up the road that residents only are allowed, to go to.
That's nice.
But it's not really, it's like sand and then a bunch of rocks and there's a dock. So, they're not giving the residents like the really nice place to go. But we haven't even tried that yet. So it is funny though. I grew up here and because I had to do one thing or another and like I had horses. So I did that and we didn't have a boat and we didn't have, like we just didn't use it.
Yeah, I felt like our family was not a lake family.
Yeah, we were
And I
not.
was a horsey girl. I was a horse girl, so I was more interested in horses. But like horse camp, we'd always go swimming in the lake,
Yeah.
whatever
Yeah.
lake the camp had, and they all seem to have them. But
Well, Sunnybrook had a pool, so we went to the pool.
Oh, that's even better.
That was
You don't
way
get all the
cooler.
slime.
With Susie's sister, who was older and very, very cool, and used to like pretend she wasn't with us. Like she had to watch us, and so she'd have her. I remember because she was gorgeous, right? I thought she was just the most beautiful. She still is beautiful. Lisa, if you're listening, you're still.
You're still
But
beautiful.
she was blonde and would wear the little sarong with the bikini, and she'd set herself up with her, on her, and she'd be like, "You guys go to the other end. Try not to drown, right? Like
Yeah.
so I can't get my hair wet, right? Saving you." And yeah. So
What
the
about the
pool.
real beach though? Because you're not terribly far from neither one of you are that far from the real beach.
What do you mean, like the real beach, like the
Like the
ocean?
Growing up.
Did you
the
go
actual
anywhere good,
ocean.
Aim?
No.
I
So I
don't think we
do.
ever went. Yeah.
We did go. We had family in Florida, so I remember it, but that was like a spring break thing. But occasionally in the summer, like one summer I went with my girlfriend's family to Myrtle Beach, and that was really fun. And then another summer, my mom took me and my sister to Ocean City, Maryland,
Mm.
and we had a really good time. I do remember some random beach trips. Oh, we went to Rehoboth Beach in Delaware. So those are all like really fun. I'm a water person, I think. I
You
just
are.
love big water, whether it's especially like the ocean, that's the best. But if you can't get to the ocean, and why am I living in Kentucky, right?
Right? Okay.
The horses. The
Yeah.
horses always went out. But like I crave going to like big water. And if I can't get to the ocean, I guess I think, okay, a big lake is like the next best thing. So
Would do it. Yeah.
yeah. And we have some Great Lakes in Kentucky. I don't mean the Great Lakes, but some Great Lakes.
I'm like, okay, I
I
don't
was
know
like,
geography really
don't
well,
think
but I
you do.
don't think you do. But okay, we'll play along.
Amy, do you have lakes? Did you grow up near any big lakes?
I grew up near Lake Racetown, and actually, the farm that I worked at that did the camp and stuff, we would go like wakeboarding, and
Oh, fun.
we take the kids over there too. So yeah, that was fun. But yeah, that was all. No ocean.
Hmm.
Ocean. I don't even remember. Like, I don't think I saw the ocean until I was like an adult.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's funny
Really
because you
good.
really didn't live far from it. Not
Well, I used to be
comparatively.
much farther than
Yeah.
I am now. So
Yeah, I don't mean Bill and I went to well, I definitely went to Nantucket a few times.
Oh, nice.
And then our honeymoon, we went to Martha's Vineyard.
I see Amy laughing about
oh,
Nantucket.
no, I'm just laughing.
Are you thinking of a limerick?
No. Totally like random story, but my dad did construction work and somehow he got connected with somebody who had like, I think it is now a bed and breakfast on Nantucket. And so like they flew he and my brother-in-law at the time up there in like this little plane and they had to, it's a whole funny story in our family because like they had to like stop off somewhere to get somebody or whatever and they had to like hold the brake on the plane while they waited for somebody and like the pilot jumped out. So it's like this whole so anytime I hear Nantucket, that's what makes me think of it.
If you ever get a chance, Nantucket is really awesome. I would it's a great place to go. Martha's Vineyard's nice too, and that was good, but Nantucket is really lovely. Yeah.
And the northern like big lakes and beaches are nice. Like I took my daughter to Michigan a couple years ago. We went up there. It was beautiful. I feel like it's not the same as the actual ocean, but I mean, if you want big water, it's big water.
Yeah. Truly.
But so I have to, this is like a weird segue, but the whole big lake thing just reminded me of this thing. And I don't know, I'm wondering if it's a trend, but because of the salt cave, I'm on TikTok. I'm not a big TikTok person myself, but I had like one of our local just marketing people tell me you should have a TikTok account for the salt cave because it is a place that people find stuff to do, and it's true. Like we don't even put anything fancy up there. Really, it's very basic. But I would say a couple times a month there'll be somebody traveling through our area that says, "Oh, we found you on TikTok." I'm like, "Are you serious? Like our stuff is not good on there." But when I do go on there, I do still end up seeing stuff, and you have to be super careful not to get sucked in, or you'll be on there for like 3 hours. But all of a sudden, I started getting all this lake stuff in my feed, and I think it's because a friend of mine sent me a link to one lake thing, and it said, check out this gorgeous beach in Kentucky. And I was like, and the picture is like this beautiful, clear blue aqua water, like little tiny waves lapping the shore. And, you're like sucked in. And I was like, what? And then it says Lake Barkley. And I'm like, where the hell is this? Like, why haven't we been here? And so I'm like so excited. And I call my daughter and I'm like, we're going to go here. And she's like, Mom, that is not real. She's like, that is the ocean. She said, look at the background really close. And when you look really close, it's like palm trees and it's actually the beach. I was like, well, why would they put, location like Barkley? And I guess it's just some weird ploy. And there's a bunch of them out there. So I bet if you Google a lake in your state, I mean, not Google, I bet if you TikTok a lake in your state, you will find some of these random ones. And I don't know why it's like a thing, but long story short, it did lead me to find the real Lake Barkley, which does also look beautiful. So we are going there.
Is it really in Kentucky?
It really is. It's down by, it's in southwestern Kentucky near an area called Land Between the Lakes.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
And it's really some beautiful area, but it is not the ocean.
So
it's not crystal clear aqua blue either.
With palm trees. Yeah.
With palm trees.
Yeah. So I
there
think
is a lodge.
The little theme that I'm hearing here that for our listeners is that if maybe this summer, instead of like a big trip, you should check out what's available in your local area.
Oh,
find out what lakes and what, when I lived in, I think when you live somewhere, you tend not to do like the local things. Like when I lived in Tucson, I never went anywhere unless somebody came to visit me, and then we went everywhere. And I feel like it's the same way here, like, because people come to Lake George to vacation, like lots of them. And so I guess that must mean there's lots of stuff to do here that I am not doing. Like,
Well, that's a good point. I feel like when you live somewhere, you're right. You only try to find stuff to do when people visit, and maybe it would be a good idea, especially for a summer. Like, let's make summer fun again.
right? Like, what would you do if I wish Gaslight Village was still around, because man,
Oh
I'm
damn, I'd be there in a heartbeat.
easy going to Gaslight Village.
Just
But
kidding. No
I'm
thanks.
thinking, I
I
need to
think we should go to Storybook Forest.
A Storybook Forest, I'm
maybe
down
I
for.
should meet you guys.
That
Where
is
is
not
that?
too far for me.
It's in
but
Pennsylvania.
That is not local, but
Oh,
it would be a fun. Oh, maybe I could do a weekend trip.
there we go.
Y'all want
Yeah.
to meet at Storybook Forest?
I mean, I think we could have a little Three Monkeys meetup at
Ooh.
that would be
Storybook
fun.
Forest.
And there's something else you can Google about that area. There is this really random thing. It's really weird. I think it's called like Shipwreck in the Mountains or something.
Oh.
And it's like a replica of this huge, like old 1800s ship.
Mm.
And it was at one point a hotel and a restaurant. And it's like mounted on the side of a mountain. Do you know what it is?
It's called The Ship, I think.
Okay, well, if it's still there,
Yeah.
it's a site.
I don't think it is.
It looks, the last time I was
I'll have to
that
ask my
way, it
dad.
looked scary. Like
Ew.
run down and like falling off the cliff. But yeah, that was very close to Storybook Forest. Another
Storybook
hidden gem in Pennsylvania.
Another hidden gem. I love it. Little hidden gems.
But maybe there's hidden gems in every state.
I think there are.
I think
there are. Yeah.
Yeah. Like check out, like a local fair. Or, yeah. I bet you there are.
I think
Lots
that's a
of
good
things.
summertime
Yeah,
tip
at least
or
one.
challenge.
Pick one. Like go somewhere that, people who, if somebody was coming to visit, like where they would want to go, that you would never go.
No, I think it's a great idea. You could just Google like things to do near.
Yeah.
Or
Yeah.
you maybe pick a town a little bit farther away, like an hour, and say things to do near whatever.
We have lots of forts around us just because the Revolutionary War and the War of 1812 and all those things kind of happened in my area. So like there's Fort Ticonderoga, Fort William Henry, all these, and I remember before my mom passed away, one of the things that we were going to do was go up to Fort Ticonderoga, and we never quite made that trip. So yeah, I should put that on my list and actually go this year. Yeah. And they have like a boat that goes out from there. And there's so much to do. Yeah. So silly to not do any of those things.
Yeah. Well, it's a good reminder that there's lots of stuff to do in our own backyards, and we can even though we're adults and some of us don't have summers off, or a lot of us don't have summers off, we could still make summer fun and like make it, like a fun and nourishing summer. Summer's a good time. So on that note, like if we are doing some little day trips and road trips, what do you all like? What's your go-to? Amy, what's your go-to to like pack and bring so you don't completely, I mean, yeah, you want to have fun and enjoy things and maybe stop and get an ice cream, but you don't want to completely ruin your whole diet or your whole health, I mean, I don't mind having one ice cream, but I don't want to wreck the whole weekend. Because then on Monday, I'll just keep eating bad.
Yeah. I don't know.
What should we eat, Aim?
Just some, I don't know, pack a cooler, some fruits and veggies, little baby carrots, some bananas, some apples, grapes.
Snacky things.
Yeah, it's little, what are those, the little peas that you like, Michelle?
Oh, the little
wasabi peas?
No. Like the little sugar snap peas. Yeah.
Those are good.
Oh,
yeah.
I like those.
All kinds of little.
Well, and
beef
if
jerky.
worse comes to worse, eat your ice cream at a mini golf place.
Oh,
And eat
yeah.
your ice cream first, and then go burn up a little bit of that glucose playing some mini golf.
Oh, yeah, because that's
Mini
strenuous.
golf is strenuous. Yeah,
Okay,
I know.
if you play with Bill, it is particular, and I mean, because we are on the quick go program. Yeah. Up top, move along. Like
What
we
about
can
swimming? Can you eat your
And
ice cream
drink
and then
your
go
water.
swimming, or do you
I
have to
guess
wait
you
an
can
hour?
drink your water.
Yeah,
Yes.
drink your
Yeah,
water.
drink your water.
Stay hydrated. Light
Yes.
yellow pea.
Light yellow. There you go, everybody.
That's our
tip.
goal.
There's our tip for summer. Light
Yes.
yellow pea.
Because
Drink
the
your
lighter
water.
your pee, the less it will be visible in the lake when you pee.
Yeah. Don't pee in the pool. Like,
No
no.
peeing in the
Not the
pool.
point. It's
Are
called
you sure?
hydration. It's light lemonade colored pee.
Oh,
All
cool.
right.
Okay. And no
let's
drinking
change the
lemonade.
subject.
Okay. All righty. So we've covered, all right, travel, right? We've covered some treats, kind of. Oh, okay. I'm sorry, but things that you really have to eat.
Yeah, let's do treats. Like,
Nuts.
okay, forget healthiness.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm
So
talking ice cream.
ice cream is, so what do you order when you go to the ice cream place?
Mint chocolate chip every time.
Oh, I used to be a mint chocolate chip
Mm.
fan. Oh my gosh.
Every
Do you
time.
guys have Stewart's where you are?
Like
No,
the
that's
Stewart's
a
root
New
beer?
York thing.
Oh,
Like
so we have
Stewart's root beer?
No.
well,
Like they're
they do
orange?
make root beer and orange, but Stewart's are like a convenience store,
Oh,
and
I'm thinking like a
in my
restaurant.
area, and you can go do. Oh, this is a summer thing again, Susie, if you're listening. The big thing they do make your own sundaes. So you go and you
Mm.
order your ice cream, and they have most of the Stewart's have like a table kind of booth situation. It's not fancy by any stretch, but and then you get this like carousel of stuff to put on it, like fluff,
Ooh.
chocolate, um, I'm trying to think what else. Butterscotch, like it's a big nuts. And so you pay for your scoop of ice cream, and then you make your own. You make your own.
Nice.
Oh my gosh,
It's like an old-fashioned sweet frog.
oh, I don't know. Is that true?
Oh.
I don't know what that
I
is.
don't know what a
Like-
sweet frog is.
You don't know what a sweet frog is?
Uh-uh.
No.
It's like the little yogurt place where you like can serve your own yogurt.
Oh,
and
we
then it
used to
has
have those here,
all
but they
the
were called
toppings.
orange leaf.
Oh.
They went out of business.
Oh, yeah, we have sweet frog.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Sweet frog, huh?
Anyway,
When I was a kid, we used to, I guess we were poor
These are
when I was
so
real little,
fun.
because this is what we used to do for fun when
Yeah.
I was real little.
Mm.
When, like, before my sister was born or anything. We would go to the airport, and there was a place you could park and watch the planes, like, land and take off. And there was a little custard stand called Strickland's. And it had like the neon all the way around with all the flavors, and it's still there because a few years ago my kids and I were up in Ohio and we found it and had ice cream there. But it wasn't ice cream, it was custard. Frozen custard is different. And for years after I moved to Kentucky, I was trying to find a frozen custard stand, and they just weren't here. It's like more of a northern Midwest thing, I guess. Anyways, that was the best. Strickland's frozen custard.
Oh,
Yeah.
Amy,
Yeah.
what is your like go-to ice cream order?
It's probably either chocolate chip cookie dough or moose tracks.
So when you go to like I guess this is so interesting because we have so many of them here. Like there's a soft ice cream place everywhere. Like the most famous one is Martha's, which is right across from the Great Escape, used to be Storytown. So Martha's will have like a line. They open in March, and there's just lines and lines to get your ice cream at Martha's. So you can get hard or soft, but mostly soft serve. And then in the village, we have the Pink Roof, which again, same sort of thing. But okay, here's my standard order. Oh, and then Bonds, which was the one near where we used to live with the river, and they had something called an ET. And so that is a cup of soft serve, and then you get the chocolate sauce with the peanut butter sauce with the Reese's Pieces mushed in, and then the whipped cream. And I don't like cherries, so I never got a cherry on top. But that was like my order. Like that, when I go eat soft ice cream or go play miniature golf, that's what I get.
So what's your favorite, like if you had to pick just one topping only, what would it be?
Oh, one topping? That's just sacrilegious.
I know.
Like, why would you do that?
Peanut butter and chocolate. They go together.
Yeah, they do. But that's
I
not
love peanut butter in
I
ice
know.
cream though, even though I don't order that I really don't ever order it, but I like it. Something
I
about
think if
peanut
I had
butter
to pick one, like it would be chocolate, like
Yeah.
hot chocolate.
like
So,
hot fudge.
Yeah.
Ooh, you know what's really is Nutella.
Oh,
on ice cream. Sweet Frog has that.
Oh wow, they have a lot.
that would be good.
We have some very good ice cream places in Lexington. One that's like the most famous is Grader's, and they're actually from Cincinnati, but Grader's is really good ice cream. The other one is more local, and it's called Crank and Boom. And I'm telling you,
that is where we got
holy
ice cream
moly.
the night of the pinball
Oh,
machine
yes, it
incident.
is.
Oh
Yes.
my God.
That stuff is amazing. And they have flavors like honey bourbon and like all these amazing flavors. Yeah. They have an ice cream there that's basically modeled after a local bakery called Martine's, and they make this pistachio cake, which I know it doesn't sound good, but it is the best cake I've ever eaten. I'm not a big cake person, but it is freaking awesome. And Crank and Boom designed an ice cream that's modeled after Martine's pistachio cake. So it's pistachio cake ice cream, and it's also really good.
Well, folks, I thought we were going to be doing like healthy
I thought
tips.
we were doing
but
healthy.
I think these are
Like,
much
no,
more.
This
These
is just
are
how to
much
enjoy
better
summer.
tips, right? Like these are better tips and treats. This is the best part of this podcast.
Summer trips and treats.
Yes.
Okay, so
that's what this
healthy
is.
alternatives.
Okay.
My two favorite things, because I do love ice cream, but I don't buy it for the house because
we don't either.
I joke that I treat it as a timed event. It's like, how fast can I make that disappear? So, my two like healthy options for summer are I will freeze grapes. So it makes them, they're like sweet and crunchy and cold for the summer. So yeah, frozen grapes. Or if you like bananas, I'll do like banana ice cream. So like freeze bananas and then just add in a little bit of milk and blend it up in the blender. And it's just like, I might actually, now all this talk about ice cream, I may
have to
go do
it.
that when we're done. Yeah.
I know, because now I'm craving ice cream.
Me too. Oh.
So I may have to go do that because I have some bananas frozen.
So you could blend up bananas with a little milk of your choice or non-dairy of your choice, and then freeze it and make it into like ice cream. I never thought of that.
Or if you want it like more like quote unquote soft serve, you just blend it out. Like I have like one of those Ninja blenders, and it just
blend
makes
up
it like
a frozen banana,
more like more like soft serve.
I get it. Ooh,
makes sense.
But if you stick it back in the freezer, then like if you blend it up and then stick it in containers and put it back in, then it'll get harder.
Like
I like the soft serve idea.
Serve.
And then you could drizzle some chocolate and nuts on it.
I was gonna say you could put antelope.
Well, I
mean, that maybe takes away the health of it. But if it's really, what if it's extra dark chocolate syrup?
Oh, see, that would be at least sort of good for you.
Less sugar,
right? Yeah.
Well, just melt some extra dark chocolate.
You keep telling yourself that.
Amy's the reality check. Right?
Yeah, well, we did need a healthy alternative because you're right. You can't eat ice cream every day when it's hot, so you need some alternatives.
Yeah,
I mean you can, but
that would
end well.
Not end well.
So with the grapes, do they chew or are they really hard? Like, could you break a tooth?
So it depends on how healthy your teeth are.
I'm getting up there. I can't afford to lose any teeth.
Right, we can't be losing teeth. Are you gonna pop a crown? Like what?
Like. So when you first get them out, they are pretty hard. Like, I don't think you're going to chip a tooth, but I mean, they are pretty hard. But if you let them sit out for a couple of minutes, then they get kind of like, I don't really know how to describe it.
Squishy?
Not squishy. Like, I can't think of, I don't know, just try
all right, everybody go.
All right, we're going to have to try frozen grapes. I like frozen bananas. Yeah, I've had frozen bananas dipped in chocolate before. They're good. I love all this.
All dipping in chocolate. Yeah. Then the nuts. Then
So you could freeze a bunch of bananas, take it to the lake with your blender and some milk, and you could make little frozen banana shrubberty things at the lake.
Exactly. Throw a little rum.
I might try that when we go to the lake.
Or you can do like blend up berries and stuff, and then put like if you want stuff to travel, you can put them in the little Dixie cups, and then you just peel the Dixie cup off of it.
So like a popsicle.
Oh, smart.
Yeah, I've heard of that. That's a good idea. Homemade popsicles.
You could add some alcohol in it if you really wanted to, but
alcohol popsicles. Yeah. You could do that with the bananas too and make it like a mudslide.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Rum.
Ooh, there's something about alcohol and bananas that
Banana
do not.
rum?
Rum. Oh my goodness.
How
You've
about
never had a
rum?
banana daiquiri, Aim? Oh.
Bananas and alcohol just don't go together for me. That sounds like a terrible idea.
Maybe
Oh, dark
pineapples
rum?
and banana and rum.
Maybe pineapple. Yeah.
Yummy.
You could freeze that mixture and it wouldn't be all hard frozen. It would be like slushy.
Yeah.
There you go.
Not that we're, no, that's
Yeah.
not.
Okay, one last treat, and this is not healthy, but there's a thing in Kentucky called a bourbon slushy, and it is dangerously good.
That sounds like
And
a
I don't
terrible
really drink
idea.
much, so I'm just like, nope, don't even go there. But they are delicious.
So for those of you who are still, drinking, there you go. There's our recommendation for the.
Yeah.
Be careful when it's warm out, though, because drinking in the summer heat, not a good plan.
You gotta drink water. Drink water.
Yep. Drink lots of water. Spike it with some frozen berries.
Oh, I was like, spike it with what?
Frozen berries.
Okay.
I have heard of that, where you can freeze berries or cucumber and drop it in your water instead of ice cubes.
Cucumber and some mint.
Ooh, I'm liking that.
Yep. If you have fresh
like a refreshing drink without alcohol, but you feel like you have a little cocktail.
A mojito or something.
Yeah, a little mojito. Little water mojito.
Little water
That's a good
mojito
idea.
with some mint and
water mojito. Little Saratoga water.
Yeah.
Well, I got plenty of that here, right down the road. Yeah.
Well, that was kind of fun.
All right.
It certainly was. Yeah.
So send us an email. Tell us what you do for summer. Tell us how you make summer special.
Did you go to a fair? Are you gonna? Yeah.
Who's going to the fair?
Where's your favorite lake? Where's your favorite beach? What's your favorite thing to do in the summer? Maybe you're a forest woods person and wants to go camp.
Favorite ice cream is really what I want to know.
Oh yeah, favorite ice cream.
What do you do?
Ice cream.
Yep. Yay! And happy summer, because by the time this is out, and it is summer, it's summer, so enjoy the rest of your summer.
Yay!
Okay.
All right.
Counting us down.
Yeah, and just don't ever forget. Who?
Monkey chatter.
Monkey chatter. Who you hang with matters.
That was the worst ever.
We didn't even start off on the same thing.
That's because I forgot.
I was like, Lara's changing our logo or our slogan.
Happy summer.
Yeah.
Thanks for listening to Monkey Chatter today. As a reminder, we want to let you know that while we think we are really smart, none of us are doctors or medical professionals. So anything that we say or suggest on this podcast should be run by your doctor before you make any major lifestyle, nutrition, or medication changes. Take care and be well, friends.